Hopefully you guys can hear me over the wind today. So this is just an update of my lasagna gardens. I've been working pretty hard on these lately. Well, relatively hard. It's all pretty passive work. So basically last weekend I did the last mow of the lawn, and you know, I'm a little worried I may have gotten something like Bermuda grass or some weed seeds in there, but you know, time will just tell with that. I can't worry about little things like that all the time. So I got a lot of grass clippings from the end of the year, so everything was like super herbaceous. And then there was a lot of leaves all over the yard as well, so they all got churned up, you know, so that's your browns and greens for your compost. And already I had some food scraps and some straw down. And so, you know, on top of that, today I went and got some horse manure from a relative of mine, and I put that on top. Now, ideally, when you do a lasagna garden, it's exactly what it sounds like. You want to make the layers. I have done the layers, but you kind of want to do like a green, brown, and I've kind of just gone with what's available at the moment. So, you know, I have done this in the past, but I've never necessarily done it in this order. It's been much more broken up. Things get a little harder when you have a kid, and you kind of go with, you know, your availability. So I have the manure on top, and then tomorrow I plan on, there's still a few leaves dropping in the front yard. I'm going to take my, well, it's a leaf sucker, really. I have a leaf blower that goes in reverse as well, and I'm going to grind up those leaves, put them on top of the manure, just so the manure is nice and covered, it can stay nice and wet, and that, you know, that nitrogen can kind of activate everything. So, you know, by springtime, this should all be, if not completely composted, I mean, like 80–90% there, and just have so many available nutrients for all the plants I'm going to put in. And I actually do plan on planning out my garden this year, as opposed to just popping things wherever they fall. So, you know, another little thing is, got my raspberry bush over there. You can barely see it. And when I brought the manure in bags, and when I rinsed off the shovel and rinsed out the bags that had the manure in there, you know, I let it fall where the raspberries were. So that should just, you know, I just don't want to waste those nutrients, you know, just in the lawn. I'm sure the grass could need it, but it certainly would benefit me more going towards the raspberries. And my little box is, you know, those kales are looking kind of sad. Hindsight being 2020, probably should have covered it, but that's neither here nor there. You know, the struggle now is just seeing if it can make it through the winter. But I mean, aside from that, you know, here we are. It's mid-November. There's a good bit of wind going on today, but it's pretty nice. I was actually working on here in a t-shirt earlier, so things really aren't that bad as far as the weather's going. And you know, got a good bit done, and it's just a little afternoon today. So there's my update for my lasagna garden. This should be more or less done by the weekend, and then you know, just about 6 more months until I can really use it for something.